Alexa Zepp here with the daily racing form to go over a pick 3 sequence for this Saturday, April 12th. And it's Keeneland time. I know it's the sort of second weekend-ish of Keeneland since we had all the crazy weather. We're on like day, I don't know, 6 in a row of the meet, which is kind of fun, kind of a marathon, but we're loving it. I'm always happy being a local Lexington gal to have Keeneland in full swing. Also, tomorrow, Torpedo Anna. I'm not doing a ticket around Torpedo Anna or the Apple Blossom in Oaklawn, but so super fun to be able to watch the Queen race tomorrow. So a very fun weekend of racing. But yeah, Keeneland's got some big ones, and we're going to do a pick 3 that includes the 2 features on the card. We're going to start a race before it, though, with race 8, which is an allowance race for 3-year-old fillies going a mile on the 16th on the turf. I'm going to use 3 sort of in here, 3 with an asterisk, because there's an alternate entry horse that if it does draw in, I would recommend including. But we'll get to that. We're going to first start, though, with the 2 Always Forever at 6-1 morning line, who came back after a 6-month layoff in February at Fairgrounds, broke her maiden with a 71 Beyer speed figure. Her 2 races last year as a 2-year-old were both nice efforts, though. Second place finishes. She's got Brad Cox and Manly Franco, who win 34% of the time when they team up, and a nice stock in the pace running style, which I think she should benefit from tomorrow. Timeform US does predict her to be the winner of the race. I'll also include the 8 Bessie Abbott at 4.5-1. She debuted in Ireland, and it was a really impressive win where she broke very badly and then went from last to first. And after that impressive win, Team Valor was impressed enough to purchase her and bring her here. So I think that's one you have to give some respect to. I'll also use the 11 Al Jafara at 3-1, has run twice, both in France, the most recent being a mile and an 1/8 where she won. So this is a bit of a cutback in distance, but that was also in September. So coming off of a layoff, Chad Brown's her trainer, though. He's a rock star with those European shippers with a win rate of 38%, and also is decent at bringing them back off the layoff. She'll be on Lasix for the first time and has Pratt aboard. So those are my main 3 in the race, but I told you about that alternate entry I like, which is the number 14, Anel. This horse is 12-1 morning line, and so if she draws in, I think you should include she's been knocking on the door for a meaningful win at Gulfstream with 2 close second places. She broke her maiden right before that, 3 races back. She's a closer, and I just think seems to be really peaking in form right now. So it's 2, 8, 11, maybe 14 for race 8. Race 9 is the Grade 3 Lexington. This is the very last Derby prep race this year, and it's really not because nobody in this race can actually get enough points to get their spot in the Derby since it awards a smaller amount of points, only 20 points to the winner, and I think the horse with the most points in the race has 6 points, and right now the cutoff is sitting, we've got horses tied at 50 points, so not quite enough to push anybody over the edge in a last minute Derby attempt, but still a really competitive race. I'll be using 3 in here. Also to note, because of all the weird scheduling and whatnot that's happened with Keeneland, there are going to be 2 horses that are pretty positively going to scratch, which is the 4 Orlando and the 9 Touchy. Those horses ran just like 5 days ago at Keeneland. So I'm assuming with everything up in the air, they probably entered them in this as well, but they did run, so you can be pretty sure they're going to scratch. The number 3, though, Bullard, is my favorite pick in here. I was supposed to run in the Grade 2 Rebel to get a shot at the Derby field, but got sick. So ships from the West Coast for trainer Michael McCarthy off of a 3rd place finish in the Grade 2 San Vicente, going 7 furlongs. He won the Grade 3 Bob Hope stylishly 2 back, also at 7 furlongs, earning a solid 89 Beyer. So this is the first time stretching out beyond that 7 furlong distance, which I think is the biggest question. His dam was unraced, but has produced a route winner. He's fresh. He's shown talent. I think he, needs to prove he wants the distance. But I think he's a really logical contender. They spent $675,000 on this horse as a yearling. So you're getting 9-2 morning line on that. Then I have a nice bomb in here, the number 5, a native runner who comes in off of 2 straight wins for Kenny McPeak, both at Fairgrounds, roughly a mile. He's stepping way up in class for the stakes debut, but has shown constant improvement and is in really nice form from those fairgrounds races. So I love that he won from off the pace as well as on the lead in those last 2 starts. So I think it's a really good long shot play to include. And finally, the 6, Gosker at 7-2 or 3.5-1 morning line. Likely second favorite for this Brendan Walsh trainee, who's 1 for 2 lifetime. He broke his maiden impressively last out at Gulfstream, going a mile. That race has come back live with 6th and 7th place finishers winning next out. He looks like the main speed in here, and he gets Irad Ortiz. So I think Time From US actually predicts a really slow pace in here, which should favor the front runners. And with those other horses scratching, I think that actually will benefit the pace scenario for him as well. The stretch out really doesn't concern me because he's liked the added distance so far last out, and I think he should just get a really comfortable trip without a ton of pace pressure. So those are my 3 in race 9, the grade 3 Lexington. And then the feature of all features on the card, the race 10, the Jenny Wiley for $650,000, going a mile and 16th on the turf for fillies, 4-year-olds and up. This is a really competitive race. We have a lot of not a lot, we have 3 European shippers in it. One of them is my favorite in here, which is the one, Excellent Truth, probably going to be the favorite from a betting standpoint as well. But Chad Brown has won this race 6 out of the last 7 years. Resolute Racing bought Excellent Truth in the breeding stock sale in the fall for $1.7 million. So she's already proven her worth. And now they're having her make North American debut after a really solid campaign in France. She won a grade 3 last July and was second in a grade 1 after leading late. Her time form ratings suggest that she just fits really well here. And as we know, Chad Brown is phenomenal with these imports with that 30% win rate, and Pratt is riding. So I think if she handles the new surroundings, the new country, she will be very tough to beat. The 5, Be Your Best, is my next selection in here, 6-1 morning line. This is a classy mare now with Safi Joseph Jr. She won the grade 3 Suwannee River and the grade 3 Long Island last fall, and just won the grade 2 Pegasus World Cup filly mare turf in January by a neck. So she consistently runs well in top company. Her Keeneland record isn't as great. She's 0 for 2 at Keeneland, but again, she just ran her best race ever at this distance, and her current form is just so sharp. She's got Irad aboard, so I really love her at that morning line price at 6-1. I hope it sticks. And then I'll use the 8, Sacred Wish, who won the grade 1 matriarch at Del Mar 2-back with a strong closing kick. She showed that with a good second place in the grade 2 Pegasus World Cup filly mare turf, just a neck behind Be Your Best. So they were neck and neck in that race. And she's just very classy horse. She's hit the board in 14 out of her 18 starts. And she ran well here last April in allowance and seems capable off of the layoff. So her closing style fits in a long turf race like this. And I like the 8-1 morning line odds. And finally, a long shot no-show Sammy Joe, the number 9 at 15-1 morning line, a lightly raced horse by Grand Motion. Trainee who's won 4 out of 6 starts. She got second in the grade 3 Long Island last fall, losing by just a nose. She won a nice stakes race prior to that. She's improved her buyer figure in every start and is firing fresh. She has won off the layoff twice. So we know that a layoff is not going to be an issue for her. And this will be a significant class test, but I think she has a ton of potential upside at those long odds of 15-1 morning line. So that's the pick 3 ticket for this weekend. It is $36 for $1, assuming the 14 is not involved. And if the 14 is involved, it would be $48 for $1. So yeah, good luck to you all this weekend. I hope you enjoy another great weekend of racing in April.